So last year I created this alternate IDE for AGK, and this is what it looked like here. And I posted it online and got some great feedback and feature requests and stuff like that there, and turned it into kind of a more lightweight IDE than the default one. And I kind of got a bit busier and it got put aside for a while, and also because a lot of the things that people were asking for that seemed to be the things that people really wanted, I wasn't able to just go in and tweak this IDE and change it to add those new features. There was too many limitations on what I was using that really caused some problems adding those features in. So over the past few months, on and off, I started rewriting it from scratch with all those great suggestions in mind, and use those as the foundation for it. And in this video I'm going to show you a preview. Now it's a long way off being completed. I would say we're probably a month and a bit before I'll even have a beta out, but I want to show you it so as you can get any feature requests in now. I can't promise they'll be in, but if you suggest them, then there's always a chance. Or if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know. I will post this on the Game Creator forum. Reply there, not in the YouTube comments, because I get a load of comments and stuff from other videos and I don't get a chance to go through them. So if you post in that thread, I'll be following it closely. But I really wanted to kind of take what good things that the IDE had originally and really improve on them. So I'm going to show you the preview of Codex 2. So as you can see, kind of changing color scheme for a start, but some new UI. You'll see initially it is brighter, and I'll show you some of the great new features. First things first, I will go ahead and open a project. Let's go with this one first, or this one first. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, completely new UI, a new syntax highlighting thing, which is great. It has a lot more flexibility than the one I was using more previously, and we now have folding, which was one of the big features requested in the first version that I couldn't do because of certain limitations. So you can as you can see, as soon as I create that, we get the option to fold it, and we can have loops as well inside, and we can fold them so we can have nested folded things. That's all working really well, and it's coming along really nicely, which is great. That was one of the big features that I really wanted to put in because everybody seemed to want that. And you might have noticed there as well, the code completion thing is not that fully formed yet, but it will be. One other great thing we've got is, as you can see there, is there will be a description here of what it does, but it gives you a template, so whenever I hit return, it automatically fills out the kind of what we need, and these obviously need some tweaks and stuff, but it's just initially 10. So that's one new thing that was added. Another great thing that I really wanted to add is sometimes your commands can get really quite long, so you might have nested things in. So let's say set position. Now I'm not gonna go into the syntax, might not be right, but as you can see here already, we've got this red line under it, which is saying this line of code is not correct. So what it's going through, now it will get more intelligent with time, but at the minute it's going through and checking that it is syntactically correct. So as you can see here, I'm just going to put random parameters in it. It doesn't check whether the parameters are the correct type. At the minute, that is something that I want to try and put in, but let's just say we have a string in here and get sprite x. So let's say we have a string of get sprite y. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a lot of brackets running along here, and it'd be very easy to miss one. So if we miss one, give it a second, it'll go, oh, there's an error on this line of code. So that is one great thing for quickly spotting errors. And I want to do much more with that there, but at the minute it's working. So also say forget to close speech marks or anything, it will should prompt me and say there's an error on this line. So again, that will be greatly worked on, but it's a good start so far. Great new feature in my opinion. One other big thing that people were really asking for is docking, and now you can dock any windows wherever you like. So if you want your Solution Explorer over on the left, you can have it over on the left, and we can dock this here, we can dock it in here, we can really dock anything wherever we want. We can put these in tabs. Like the possibilities really, unless you can customize it whatever way you like. And you can go through them and close whatever we want and stuff. Cancel there. But yeah, so you get the idea. I'm just gonna drag these back to the way they were. So that is one other feature that people really wanted, and I've managed to add that in. So a few other things. Oh, there's a bug actually. But as you can see, it is very early days at the minute, but it's improving, and by the time it's going to be released, it's going to be pretty good. So as you can see, the code inspector isn't fully working yet, so it doesn't pick up all the functions. However, for those of you who use tools like ReSharper in Visual Studio or whatever, I've added something that I personally use quite a lot. Is Fast Finder. Well, that's what I've called it in this. So if I hit Control T, or there's a menu option. So at the minute it only works with source files, but it will work eventually with all your media files and stuff. So if you want to search for a file, so say I have a ton of source files over here, I just type in game, it gives you all suggestions, and I just hit enter and it populates that. I went a little bit further. Let's see this. Okay, so there's quite a lot of functions in this. Let's see, game might be better. So yeah, there's a lot of functions in here, which we can unfold, as you know. And what we might want to do is find the function really fast. So, okay, we've got this list over here, but say we just want to, we know what the function's called, and we want it really quick. We can Control Shift T. We can do a function search here. So I can just go game, and it gives us all this here. And we can click on one, and it jumps straight to it. So that's another pretty useful thing I've found it quite handy. It's just really quick and seamless, and it works really well. And again, it's something I will continue improving, and we'll see what else we can do with it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Another feature that I am working on currently is this help up here, so you can quickly search for help at any time. So for example, I just hit Control H and it brings me into that if I want, if I'm using the keyboard shortcut, or you can obviously go ahead and click, and as soon as I start typing we get these options. As you can see, it's very rough at the minute and it doesn't work fully, but the basic stuff is there. So as soon as I start typing, it gives me suggestions of what I can search the help file for. And then you'll be able to click on them and it'll bring you to the help file. As you can see, it's not 100% complete yet, but it's getting there. What else is there? There'll be more work on the Code IDE feature, which I've kind of implemented. I wanted to simplify it a bit more, so it was, before you had to choose all kind of different options, I just wanted to change it to a more basic version, but to do the same job, and hopefully a better job this time. That will be improved. What else have we got? See, let me just open the other project a second. Again, this is still a work in progress, but before we had our command helper down here. So as soon as I type the command, it give me information on how it should be laid out, what parameters it takes, etc. At the minute I'm experimenting with doing that in a tooltip, so we can get, whenever I hover over it, it tells us the return type and the command, and if it takes any parameters. So for example, this one takes in a string, and it provides us with the description from the help file when we're over it. Obviously those tooltips and stuff need wrapped and stuff, but it's getting there. It's really quick, and it's pretty handy and pretty nice. So we can see at a glance what we need to pass in, what we expect from it, and a little bit about the command. I have removed it from here because I think we can fit in a lot more information about it and a bit of description about it, whereas we can't down here. Maybe you'd like it down here. Let me know, give me feedback. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've added in. But anyway, yep, everything that was pretty much there before should still pretty much be there. Or that's the plan anyway. But yeah, it's still in very early stages, and I'm not sure when it's going to be done, but I want to get out there, get suggestions in before I write too much, and make it more difficult to change. So let me know if you have any feedback or comments, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I get a beta out soon for you all to try.